Yes, Montreal, what's up? Montreal, what's up? This your boy Feezy the Main Man, you know what it is. This is the DMS show, Montreal's #1 hip-hop radio show. We got in the building today, DJ SPZ. We got legends in the building. How you doing, fellas? How's everything, man? How you doing?
We good. We here, man. We awake.
That's what's up. So for those who don't know who's DJ STZ, who's Legends, introduce yourselves, fellas.
Well, we are legends, man. You know, like I'm a local artist. You know, up and coming. I got my mixtapes, my albums coming out. You know, just here to do this music thing. You know, make it big, and you know, please all ears with what I got.
That's what's up, man. Introduce yourself. State your name.
Yeah, I'm DJ Steve,
Okay.
DJ, aka Beatmaker too. Working with MTL Realness and Dirty Band. And yeah, I'm working with Legends for its upcoming album.
That's what's up.
And yeah, that's it.
So my man Legends, man. You look like a real hip hop fan. I've heard the lyrics, I've heard the flow, I've heard the song. I like that. You know what I mean? I got a question for you. What was your first hip hop CD you ever owned?
Hip hop CD.
Yeah, the first one.
Tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I ain't never owned a hip hop CD when I was young.
Oh yeah?
There was no loop to afford one. You know what I mean? My hip hop, if you're asking for hip hop influences or where like what brought me into hip hop,
Yeah.
is actually from my cousins. You know, I used to just sit in the room basically when my older cousins would be let's say like putting on an instrumental and just, you know, like just rapping out their words, you know what I mean? I was just a little sponge back then, you know, I was soaking it up, and you know, that's where my influence came from, straight up, my cousins, you know?
That's what's up. So in terms of, let's say, if you think more about the mainstream hip hop, were you listening to specific artists coming up? Like, I don't know, were you a Tupac or Biggie
Me,
fan?
my #1 artist that I listen to and that I really mess with is Jadakiss. Like that's where I got my motivation for my lyrics, you see? Because like nowadays I believe like hip hop is more of just a vibe. You know what I mean? Instead of real like lyrics, you know what I mean? Like the lyric part of it, I felt like it kind of died now. But in regards, that's what I'm bringing back. I'm bringing back the new type of flow with the old school lyrics.
I like that. And if you think about your first song that you ever wrote ever, how was it? Was it give it real, was it a big fail when you listen to it now? Or is it like, damn, that shit's still banging in 2019, 18?
Well, you know, like the first song I wrote really, it's hard to say because you're your biggest critic. You're your biggest like you know what I mean. If someone's not gonna like the song, it's gonna be you. So basically, the first song I wrote, it's pretty banging still. And it could still bang, but then there's still parts of it where I'm like, oh nah, you know, I could have twitched that up a little bit, you know. But I guess you know, I guess that comes with time. And in time, you make the music that you want and that the music that you like and prefer, and then you get to where you want to be at your pinnacle.
Most definitely.
Right.
My man STZ, man, talk to me. You the beat maker, man. You the Dr. Dre behind this thing, man. Talk to me, man. C'est français anglais, comment tu fais faire ça là? Dis-moi. So how who's your influences, man? Talk to me, man. Were you a East Side producer type or West Side producer type? Chris Biggie, Jiggy beats, yeah.
I listen to everything for real. Like, I listen to everything. I don't got a favorite rapper or everything else. Like, I just listen to everyone and I get inspired.
In terms of producing, est-ce que t'as un producteur que t'écoutes plus que l'autre?
Pour de vrai, comme producteur, j'ai pas vraiment un producteur favori. J'écoute tout le monde, genre Utah et tout, genre dans le new era. C'est ça. Dr. Dre, for real, pour de vrai, il y a Dev, j'en ai fort. Il inspire beaucoup de gens, je m'inspire aussi, mais c'est quoi?
C'est trop school?
Non, c'est pas trop school, c'est plus comme Tu vois, comme aujourd'hui, les producteurs sont plus comme sur l'ordi, sur leur job, ils sont moins genre d'instruments, genre analogue chez eux.
Genre MPC, choses de même, là?
Ouais.
Ok. Fait que toi, c'est quoi? Toi, c'est the new era style. It's Fruity Loops and all these things. Nah, you can't hate on that, man. There's a lot of hits that came out of Fruity Loops, you know what I mean? La plupart des beats qui sortent maintenant, c'est tous des beats Fruity Loops, la plupart.
Ouais, c'est toutes les beats que j'ai fait.
Straight up, that's what's up. Pas seulement de toi, the big producers, even in the game at the moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what's up. My man, how did y'all link up, man?
Well, we link up. It's actually a long story how we linked up, but it was a blessing when we did, because basically what we were doing is we were going through a lot of producers, a lot of beat makers, a lot of this, a lot of that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of strange cats, because like everyone says that they could do it until they get a project that's too much that they can't handle, and then they can't do it. So we basically met up when my manager over here actually connected with him at I believe it was like some kind of organization or whatnot. Besides the point, when we linked up, there was this chemistry, you know, like the first few songs were just, you know, songs that we were just making, but as time went on, man, I realized that this guy was the Dr. Dre of beats. And I'm telling you, it's an honor. It's an honor for me to be on any of his beats, because without him, it wouldn't have happened. Like my music wouldn't have took off from where it was at the bottom level till where it is now. I'm not saying I'm at the top, but I'm saying I'm getting there.
So would you say that you kind of found your style? I mean, the musical sound, your sound, I should say, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like he has the beats, I have the sound, and yeah, they connect good, because it's also it goes with, like, I could only go as hard as the beat, right? So if I had a producer that was giving me a beat that basically I can't go hard on, you know, the song's not going to be there. But every beat that I heard from this guy was just skyrocketing. So
the song that we played, produced them. The song that we played before.
All of them. All of them.
Props. Beat makers, y'all got a problem at the next DMS beat battle. My man XTZ in the building. Make sure you watch out. Okay, I said it. Alright, back to the interview now. I have to play a little advertisement here for my man. So check this out, bro. I got a question for you, man. Because I see you came here with like, how can I say, the businessman here. He brought a whole office here, the computer, the dress code. That's what's up. You know what I mean? How did you link up with my man over here, man? Brian, man. Talk to them. How did you link up with
me, man? You know, it was kind of on a business tip. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was kind of on like how would I say?
Did you reach out or he reached out to you?
All right,
It was a desperado movement, basically. You know, basically, I found him. I found him, and long story short, chemistry once again. When chemistry hits, when two mans know what they're doing, and when I hear a man knows his business, you know what I mean? I gotta go with the businessman on that one, you know.
So that's why I'm asking, because sometimes artists like to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? They don't like to be told what to do. Maybe you should drop this song instead of this song. They don't like to hear that shit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, do you feel like having a manager is kind of like a pressure to you when it's come to drop something, because you got to make sure he likes it or he is approve it or stuff like that? Or do you feel it's more like, nah, it's all good, he don't like it anyway, or you guys have a good relationship, it work like that?
Not at all. There's no pressure on dropping music, because when I drop a music, I have to make sure that he likes it. I have to make sure that Steez likes it because it's on his beat, and I have to make sure my fans like it. So basically, I'm not just dropping one style for all y'all. I'm dropping like 60 styles, and I mean that's passed out for you know everyone around. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, no, there's no pressure, because if there is a song that I drop and he don't like it, there's something wrong with it. You know what I mean? I mean, if I drop a song and everyone's like anonymous decision, like, yeah, that song's going out. You know what I mean? So it's a group decision. It's not my decision.
I think you guys got a pretty good sense of choice. You know what I mean? Because you over there in the States making noise in Texas,
Missouri, everywhere,
and all that. So how did that come about? Because I mean, we don't hear a lot of Montreal artists. How can I say?
That's the business.
thinking
man.
outside of the box. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, look, you know, the tracks have their audacity. The tracks have their electricity. You know what I mean? As I said, when you got a business mind behind you, you know, you can reach the sky, man. I'm telling you. And as long as you believe in yourself to that extent, that's what's gonna happen.
And how important is it for you to actually reach the States right now at your stage of your career?
Oh,
is it something that's like, bro, I gotta reach the States right now, I got no time to waste? Or is it more like, okay, let me build my hype in the city first, you know what I mean, and then in Toronto get the hype, and then, you know what I mean? So how you feel about that?
I feel like Montreal right now has a lot of people that are in their own type of circle, type of vibe like that. So I think first of all, I need to break away from where everyone is right now and go to the States, make it big there, and then build my way back into my city, you know, and big it up the way it should be bigged up. Because if I continue only in Montreal and stay only in my little bubble, I don't think anything's gonna come about it. Not that Montreal's a bad city. I lived here all my life, you know. It's just.
But if you think about all the artists that actually made it too, they actually started in their city, and they made it big from there. You know what I mean? It's rare to see an artist that actually went somewhere else, came back, and then he did it. I mean, Montreal, I totally understand because I agree with you. You know what I mean? I feel like actions speak louder than words in the city. So if you really make moves outside of the city, you show that you're actually making moves, real moves. It will speak for you. You know what I mean? People will see that you're actually moving more than just like keeping the same routine, doing the same things in the city in and out. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you rap in English, which is a worldwide market. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure you expand and you reach everywhere.
That's exactly.
So that's what's up, man. I really encourage you that way. My man, speaking of you now, making all those beats. My man's over here chilling like, I'm good. He's gonna tell me nothing. I'm straight. Nah, we here. So if you listen out to the game, all the beats that are dropping, the Migos, the 1, 2, 3, easy, okay, I got the beat done, here you go. When you sit in your house right now and you're trying to produce a hit for my man, what is your creative process? Still recording.
Quand j'écoute comme des beats, par exemple, je sais pas moi, EasyS ou par exemple Events ou White Bee, genre tous les styles, juste l'instru je parle, c'est des instrus différents, que comme tu sais, le vibe est différent de chacun, fait que là, comme EasyS par exemple, grandit dans la rue, ça c'est un vibe comme tu sais, qui fait danser, ça rappelle l'été et tout. Et je sais pas, Amazon, le nouveau beat avec White Bee et Lost, c'est plus comme un beat trap, fait que là t'as plus envie d'entendre, je sais pas, peut-être dans ta voiture, ou je sais pas. Fait que moi je les écoute, puis je m'inspire des fois de ça, puis surtout des artistes aux États-Unis. Puis après ça, je fais mes beats en conséquence de tel vibe.
Et si tu aurais, on va dire, un artiste, tu me donnes un artiste local et un artiste mainstream que tu aurais aimé produire pour, que tu me dirais?
Un artiste local à Montréal?
Yeah, old school, new school, anybody, man. Just...
EasyS. Puis ça fait longtemps aussi, on allait dans la même école.
C'est ça. I mean, EasyS, I know you're listening, you know what I mean?
Aussi.
Hit up my man STZ.
Yeah, mainstream, je dirais. Il y en a tellement.
Think about the one.
Ouais, ok, par exemple, Migos.
Migos?
Ouais, Migos.
Yeah?
C'est bon maintenant.
Fait que si Jay-Z vient te voir là.
Non, Jay-Z aussi. C'est sûr.
Si t'as Migos ou Jay-Z, qui te choisit? Life.
Jay-Z.
Ok, bon. I'm gonna call this manager, man. Yeah, speak to your beat maker, man. That's good. That's what's up, man. You said it all, man. That's good, man. I like that. So I want to say one thing though. I really like you guys' chemistry because when I heard the song, it's really radio friendly records. You know what I mean? There's something I noticed. It's not everybody's doing too much trap nowadays, and they forget that we need those radio-friendly records. Ladies want to jam to some music too when they come home and all that. You know what I mean? And when I hear the song, my girl was jamming to the song. You know what I mean? She's like, "Hey, that's good." She cranked it up, no lies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, congratulations on that. That's why I got to shout
Respect. You know.
So what's coming up? When's the project, man? Talk to me about that.
Well, you know, the project's pretty much done. Legends in the Making is pretty much done. But
Legends in the Making, that's the title.
that's the title.
Gotcha.
But the thing is, every artist, you know, there's done and then there's nip snip and snip this and you know what I mean. So everything's done. It's just we're choosing songs now because we have so much hits that we can't fit 20 hits on one album. You know what I mean?
So how many songs you look? Don't tell me 7 like everybody's doing. Still 7 joints, please.
At least 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our
At least
original-
past 10, we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Because
it.
there's no time to waste. Like I'm like literally the way that we make music, the way that we're making music now on our chemistry is actually
2-3 songs a week.
2-3 songs a week, maybe even more, man. Like we're just
A week.
we're banging them out. You know what I mean? So. I mean, at the best on that, that's how we're making our music.
So 2-3 songs a week. So you pretty much have like a couple of mixtapes now. You do
Basically,
that.
but not all the songs are making the cut.
Yeah.
See? So we only choose the best ones to put once again the best album that we can to give our fans the best product that we could deliver.
And you have like a release date that you're aiming for the project or something like that?
Release
the
date is
deadline?
hard. It's hard. It's hard to make a release date because I could come up with a song tomorrow that's harder than 6 of the songs on. You know what I mean? Then we might have to put that one in. So a release date is I'm not gonna give anybody a release date right now, but within the next 3 months. Within the next 3 months, I think we should be out there.
Just in time.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People got
yeah,
a
yeah.
Christmas gift.
You know, a little Christmas gift thing. You know.
And in terms of visuals, do you have anything available out, or are you working on something right now that we can expect?
We're working on something right now, you know.
That's what's
Right
up.
now we got them little lyric videos, you know what I mean? Because once again, when I go, it's hard to catch my lyrics. So like a lot of that's what I said, like new school with old school type banging lyrics, you know. So that's why we have the lyric videos to show my diversity. But as a video, we're working on it right now to give you the best video once again as we can give you.
That's what's up. And do you have anybody in mind that you might work with in terms of directors in the city, or
Me,
you have your own people that you work with?
Tell you me, I'll work with any rapper because I love music. I love art music. I love the music. I love how music comes together. I love how music sounds when it's made. You know what I mean? So any artist that believes in their self, for sure, I'm down to do a feature. You know what I mean?
I think you were asking about the videos.
Yeah.
Video production.
It's more like for the video itself.
It's a little bit
In terms
lacking.
of the visuals.
The visuals?
Like, I don't know
We're
if
looking.
you follow the game and you know who's the players when it comes to the directors in the city. I don't know if you have anybody in mind that you're looking at, or
Nah, it's kind of deep on that. Not really. Not really.
really?
If you're asking that question, not really. No.
that's what's up.
It's like I'm open. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Straight.
Now, the new year's coming soon, you know what I mean? 2019. What do you want to accomplish for this new year?
I want to be on. I want to be on the billboards.
Talk that.
I want to be on the
Talk that
billboards.
shit.
I want to be, I want to be on the billboards. Maybe it's not gonna be number 1. Maybe it's not gonna be number 2, but it's gonna be there, Brethren. You know what I mean?
It is.
My name, Legends GC, is gonna be something. You know, because I ain't wasting time. You know what I mean? I could waste a lot of time. As of right now, I feel like I'm going on a road. I feel like my road is going straight, and I feel like I could get there. If I just keep on with this consistency, I'm gonna get there.
That's
Guaranteed.
it. I like it. Fucking
Guaranteed.
motivation, my man. Big shout out to you, bro. That's it. Because consistency is key, bro.
That's
At
it,
the end of the day, you know what I
consistency.
mean? If you
You
stay
know?
consistent, you got quality product, you stay productive, you're good to go, man.
What else can anyone ask for, right?
My man, STZ. 2019, man. What's coming up? What you trying to do for 2019? Trying to get that Migos production or what, man? What
Yeah,
you trying
for
to do?
sure, for sure. J'essaie de travailler avec le plus d'artistes possible, puis d'avoir des gros placements. J'ai pas envie de, parce que bon, le manager ici, il m'a dit que mes beats, ils volent cher, comme tu sais, je peux pas faire n'importe quoi avec. Fait que là, j'essaie de viser les personnes à qui je pense, comme tu sais, les artistes du States. Ouais, c'est ça.
Your manager, man. I want to talk to your manager, man. Let's talk to your
Come
manager.
here, bro.
Last time I said that, I was calling fighter, man. Let me talk to your manager, man. Okay, my man Brian in the building.
Yes, Fizzy.
What's up, man?
My God.
How you doing? How you
Everything's good, my
doing?
brother.
Make sure you do the shot right there.
The hardest working,
Come on. To the right there.
the hardest working man in radio, in hip hop promotion, battles, whatever anything related to hip hop, face to face.
Appreciate that.
You got respect. Seriously.
Everything blessed, my man. Everything
Yes,
good?
sir. Yes, sir.
Talk to me, man. I didn't know you were that serious when it comes to the artist management thing, man. So how does that work, man? Because artists are listening, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's
You have people
it's,
that wanna holler at you.
It's you know, I didn't go to school for the music business, but I know business. You know, I started off like on the streets doing certain things, and you know, I also worked in business. Like I come from a business family, so my mom's a real estate person. My uncles and all them, they're very, very successful real estate people. So I had the street side and I had the corporate side that I got a lesson of both of them. You know, so that's where I kind of picked up on the hip hop. Me, I used to be a DJ. That's how I started. So I think in 1994, I don't know if you remember the Source magazine, but you know, they had the thing with the DJ set. So I actually took the chance, filled out a money order, like I was working them times. So I sent the money order to the Source, and the turntables just came one day. Like, I wasn't really expecting it to come.
That's dope.
Like we was taking a chance.
I thought those were fakes every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Well,
like-
they were imitations of the techniques.
Okay.
So they were a little bit cheapish, but they did the job. So at that time, I was in NDG on Cavendish and Summerlet, which a lot of people who grew up in that hood, they know me from my grandmother's basement. So I moved into my grandmother's basement with those two turntables. And I don't know if you know in the past, but we didn't have the money for the equipment. I'm a little bit older, you know. Probably cost like 40,000, 50,000 for a studio or whatnot. So I just had the cassette recorder with the two turntables, and I had the microphone, and I had the instrumentals on the vinyls.
That's it. That's the real way, bro. That's the real
So
way.
that's really how I got into it. And then moving forward, you know, I went to what we call the Danger Room on Walkley Street, which is basically the washer and dryer place in one of them complexes. And we would gather, like a bunch of brothers would gather there, and they would just have freestyle battles and just freestyle. It wasn't actually really battle. It was just kind of like you come up
Like
with your thing.
ciphers type of thing.
Ciphers.
Yeah.
That's what we call it, ciphers.
Yeah.
So, you know, smoke blunts, chill out, do ciphers. So one of my brothers brought me there, and that's why I got hooked on it right away, because the person that brought me there, he started rapping, and I was like, damn, like, that's you? Like, really? So I went home, I was impressed, and from that time I was hooked. And I think I got into the MCing game. I was very popular with the freestyles, so everywhere I would go, people asked me to freestyle.
Oh,
So
you got bars like that.
I got some bars.
Okay.
I got some bars.
Might holler at you for the next DMS battle ring.
I got some bars. And and then it just progressed, and I kind of saw, you know, like in my era it was like Biggie, Tupac, Big Pun. It was kind of hard to pierce that market. And you know, and we did have our quality of MCing back. Like with our group, we had a group called the Superhero Crew, Autobox Superhero Crew, and the I Spy Crew. We're all like competing crews. The I Spy, I think, was from the South Shore, and the Autobox was our competing hood affiliate, like a group that we were competing with.
Right.
So basically, I saw that these brothers had a lot of talent, and a lot of my friends started going to jail and started doing things that were, you know, counterproductive. And I saw the money start coming into the business when the Jay-Z's and the Biggie Smalls start doing their thing. That's when the money in the hip hop really started picking up. So, you know, fast forward like to now, to make a long story short, at that time I've already decided that I'm going to be in this business. You know, I'm going to go do what I got to do, make some money with a business or whatnot, and when I have the money to invest, I'm going to come back to this hip hop, which I think for me was like around 2011, 2012. I started having some success in the United States with my businesses, because I have businesses in the U.S. I'm registered in the U.S. and I have that U.S. state of mind because I have businesses there. So I said, you know what? Let me bring that corporate game to the music business, and that's pretty much how it all started. So at first I'll be honest with you. At first I found a gentleman called High Classified.
High Classified.
Right?
Yeah.
And
High Classified.
so I saw High Classified post a little video on Facebook before when he just started, and I was like, you know what? Like, this city, like, production wise, there was him and Keitra Dana and a couple of them. I was like, damn, like, these kids really got some talent. So I went back to the hood. I got some brothers that I know could spit bars, and I tried to link them up with High Classified. So that's kind of like that's how it all started. And then eventually I realized, okay, you know what? When you're renting studio time, it's restrictive. Like, when you make a song, I can't tell Legends to go to the studio and just make a hit record in 2 hours, or make a song like this. And it's kind of like we start at, like, let's say 7, and it's a vibe. So even now I have a studio. If somebody comes and asks me, yo, I want to rent studio time, I tell them, look, I rent it in slots. You know, I'm not going to do you wrong. I'm not going to charge you like $35 an hour or $25 an hour and tell you, okay, you're going to make a song in 3 hours. That's not going to happen. It's just not realistic.
So, if you have artists that actually see you doing your thing with Legends,
yes,
and, my man STZ,
of course,
and they want to reach out to you, how does that work? Do you only work with them, or are you open
absolutely
to work with
not. As they know, we bring in there's a lot of artists that want to get into the game. There's a lot of kids that just started writing lyrics or whatnot. I bring them in. If they're not financially wealthy, I give them free studio time. I give them an opportunity. These two will help coach them. Like, okay, you know, you got to make a song. You can't just keep rapping forever, because that's another thing about the hip hop, right? You got to make a song that people can play like you said, play with your wife when you're at home. You can't just keep on rapping forever. There's a structure to it. And I actually learned that structure, like Legends, because he's so good with the songwriting. He has that structure. So if somebody comes, I say, hey, you know what? Your bars are fantastic, and you know, sometimes, like, you have two choices. You can be a battle rapper, or you can make songs. Well, you can do both also, but you have to make a decision on where you want to go with your career. So, you know, we have some people that come. They're not the best rappers on earth, but that's okay. We'll sit down with them and we'll help them fix those bars. We'll give them the insight. So yeah, I'm very down to work with the local artists. We've had Tammy Tuesdays come do a song with us. That I think we might do an exclusive release with you. We had Stretch Monroe come and work in the studio with us. I think I gave Spang his first check, his first Spang Squire, his first ever payment he got for a song. So yeah, people could reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook.
That was my next question.
Absolutely.
For everybody that's actually trying to reach
Absolutely.
out to you.
Oh, one more thing. So you were asking about the U.S. now.
Yeah.
So me, this is advice that I give to any up and coming artist, is that you gotta be, if you want to be in the business of anything, you gotta study people who are in the business already. So I watch a lot of The Breakfast Club. I listen to a lot of the interviews. And how did we ended up with a song in the United States on the radio? Is I watched an interview with Fat Joe. And funny story is, he body slammed one of the biggest radio programmers in that time. That's what he said on the interview. Like, he went to a show and he got into he wasn't happy with the mic volume, so he body slammed the dude that organized the thing, who happened to be the biggest radio programmer in the United States. Because the way it works is that programmers send the songs to the radio and tell them, hey, these are the songs that you need to play. So that's when I learned about radio programmers, and that's been only like 2 months. So then with that knowledge, I was able to reach out to radio programmers, and I got lucky. And I'll tell you how I got lucky. There's this lady, her name is Satya. I don't know if you ever heard of her. Her song is like 41 on the radio, most played radio song. She's from Montreal. She's an Algerian girl that was adopted by a family here in Montreal. Okay. And her story is pretty deep. If you can ever reach out to her, maybe get her on your show. But she posted a thing, well, you know, my song's at 151 on the Billboard. And then everybody she tagged in there, I contacted. She's, thank you this guy, thank you that guy. So the people that are helping us, and we'll let everybody know that, is Howie Rosenberg. It's a radio promotion programmer company in California. They don't just, you can't just send them a song and say, hey, play my song on the radio. It doesn't work that way. They actually, when they receive the song, they take a vote. So everybody in the office or that radio programming department, they sit down, they listen to your song, and they have to take a vote. It has to be unanimous that your song could become a top 40 hit. So what happened with Legends is that we tried, you know, we sent a lot of songs. We have, I think, maybe like 30 songs, maybe more. So I sent them some of the hottest ones. But I had to understand also, like, you know, there's the N-word, there's certain things.
Yeah, for
so, you know, I went back and forth with them, and we, you know, and then when he did Pressure, I called them and said, hey, we got one for you, you know. So I sent it to them, and they told me, hey, we'll get back to you in 3-4 weeks, you know, because they probably get a lot of people sending them songs.
Oh, for sure. That's like for radio stations submissions.
Yeah, no, they probably get it thing. I went to an event with these guys. I got back like 2 hours later, and I had like a 3-page email from them saying, hey, we listened to Pressure. We think this could be a top 40 song in the United States, and we are going to push this for 10 weeks. So right now, we started last week on the 15th. They're going to be pushing a song. They're going to do their best, you know. And again, you can't beg the radio stations to play; they have to like it. And so far, it's so good. It's rising up the charts.
Congrats, my man! You got your record. You might get your 2019 dream right there.
I think maybe it will be like it will probably be about a 4 or 5 week process because it's a lot of work. Like these radios that are playing it also. You know, you got to contact the radio, and right now, like tomorrow morning, I'm going to be contacting that radio in Missouri. I'm going to be contacting that radio in San Antonio. I'm going to say, hey, thank you for playing our song. You know, send them a gift like a T-shirt or a promotional item or whatnot, because you know they're playing the song. They don't really know me personally, right? And because if you look at the charts, you'll have like Warner Brother, you'll have like, you know, all the big record label companies, and you have Brian Narrainen. Like, who the hell is Brian Narrainen? Seriously, you know? So
that's how you make a name for yourself.
Exactly, yes, absolutely.
Take small steps that will lead you to actually step that can actually.
And going back to what you're saying, we do not shun our city, because we did a lot. We did a lot in the city. We did a lot of shows. We're still we're here. You're getting the first interview, like real live interview that we have ever done. So Montreal is still our home base. It's just that artists here have to understand that whether you're selling like shoes, music, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If people in China are consuming it, if people in Latvia, Algeria, Lebanon, United States, Mexico, you don't want to limit yourself. And I think
you can't stay just within the bubble, like my man said. Exactly.
Of course. And I think maybe sometimes when I talk to people, they discourage me. They say, hey, you know what? You're not going to make it in the music business here in Montreal. Like, are you crazy? I'm like, well, I'm not crazy, bro, because I'm not confining myself to a little box to think that the world is only like NDG or my little neighborhood where I live in. You got to be open-minded, and you sometimes I can't go to Texas and I can't go to the States and do certain things, but the music, it can travel there. You know, it's not like before where you have to send somebody a CD.
Nice.
You know,
that's why we got social media now. That's why Instagram is.
Yeah, you're the king of the mixtapes back in the day, right? You used to be consistent. I used to go to the barbershop, and they used to always have a Feezy mixtape or a Feezy album, you know. Right. And I'm like, yo, this man is like, you know, you're doing like kind of like the business, like, and it motivates me too to be like, you know. And I had a lot of youngins come up to me, he's like, yo, you ever heard of Feezy? I'm like, no, like, you know, they would give me the CD and they were pushing it, and so, but you switched the lane. You said, hey, you know what? I'm good at this, but I could be better at this, and that's what happened with me. I was rapping, and people were encouraging me, say, hey, you need to put out an album, you need to do this and that. But I had to put my ego aside, you know what I mean? And say, you know what, Brian, you're better at business. And one of my good friends, I was spitting some bars from him, he's like, yo, that's sick, but let me tell you something, Brian. I think you'll be better at the music business.
Like my man Charlemagne says, fuck your dreams. Straight up.
And
Sometimes you gotta tell people what
Yeah,
it is.
you know what?
You can't be like, fuck your dreams, man.
I'll be honest with you.
Focus on something else, my man. You know what I mean?
I would be honest with you at that point, and I still talk to my brother. He comes to the studio all the time. I was like, come on, Face, like, you really hating on me like that? But I'm the type of person, when somebody tells me something, I always reflect on it. And there's never like, I'm right. Like, these guys know that. It's a diplomatic thing at our studio. I don't just come and say, hey, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that, because I'm the boss. No, I don't work like that. And it would be counterproductive.
So once again, just let the people know, man, because some people might hear what you're saying and they like that talk and they're trying to get managed or something. So how can they reach out to you?
Absolutely. They can call me. They call me directly on my cell phone.
It's like that.
It's
You
like
give out
that.
the number for some Mike Jones shit?
Yes.
Okay.
The number is 438
438
939
939
5690.
438 939 5690. There you go.
Or you can hit me up on Facebook at Brian Narrainen.
Okay.
I know Narrainen's kind of hard to spell, but it's Narrainen. You can also Instagram Brian Narrainen. I don't have any posts. It's a business decision, but you can add me as a friend, and you can definitely use the messaging to interact with me.
Ladies.
Yeah, there's sometimes a lot. I'm be honest with you, Feezy. I am getting like hundreds of messages from women, and they think like I'm the guy singing, and they think like So I tell them, hey, you know what? I talked to them for a bit.
Don't be catfishing people, man. Don't be catfishing people, man.
So I talked to them a bit, and then I'm like, you know what? I just gotta let you. I don't want to meet the worship. Oh, your voice sounds so beautiful. I'm dreaming to this song. You know what? I gotta break it to you. I'm not the guy singing.
My man, Legends, man. Once again, man. Let the ladies know how they can follow you, man. Let's wrap this up, man. Let them know your social media.
Yes, social media, Facebook, it's Legends GC.
Okay.
LEGENDZ GC.
That's right.
On Instagram, it's Legends514. Same thing, just 514. I have a SoundCloud, it's in the making, so I'm not going to bring you to that right now because I'm updating it. But those two places, link up, you know what I mean? If you want to do a collab, I'm here,
My man STZ, talk to them.
Yeah, on SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, you can find me as the name of STZ, so it's easy. So yeah.
Usually follow my man STZ.
And
my
one
man
more
Legends.
thing before we go, Feezy.
Yes.
We would definitely like for people that heard the song, video people, and I think we've tried to reach out to video people, and I don't want to sound negative, but it hasn't been like the greatest conversation, because these guys are creating these songs. It takes like hours and days to create these songs, and sometimes the video people don't want to sit down with us to pick our brains to see what we want, what creativity we want, and what kind of visuals. And we actually did a video today. We did it ourselves, and then we're like perfectionists. So we watched it and we start like, you know what? We're not dropping this on the Feezy show. This is horrible. So because you have to also. That's the one thing for rappers I noticed. That a lot of rappers, they do something like today and they drop it like the next day. They don't take the time. Like, he could have dropped the song like months ago, but I tell him, be patient, keep working. Your thing is like playing basketball or anything. You're just gonna keep on getting better. And when you're ready for the championships, and that's when you come out. So, I think we could probably sit here and talk about the industry for like the next 60 hours. Obviously, we don't have the time for that. But, it's a work in progress. I am definitely going to be working with any artist in the city that needs the help. Like I said, our studios, it's not like most studios. If you're renting, we don't do by the hour thing. If you we rent it in slots. So basically, if you rent it, you either can go from like 6 to like 2 in the morning, or you can do like 2 to 6.
The commercial came in.
Absolutely, it's okay.
But yeah.
Cool.
No, yeah, I mean, my man, I'm listening. Just like it got cut on the air.
So yeah, that's how we do it. Like some people like tell me, hey, you know what? I'm gonna pay you like $35 an hour, and I want to record my whole album at your studio. But I'm telling them, you know what? I'll make it better for you.
Where's the studio?
It's in Laval.
In Laval?
Yes. It's right after the Chappelle Bridge. you know,
Okay, okay, yeah.
you grew up
Cartierville.
by Cartierville, so it's like it's not too far. It's pretty much like close to Cartierville, right? So it's like a 5 minute from Colbert too, and it's you know, we keep it comfortable. People come there. We got drinks.
You guys live in Culver too, or?
No,
Yeah, I live in
he lives in Vessel, yeah. Feezy lives in Park X, I believe. You know your hood?
I'm sick.
I'm sick. Yeah, you close.
Oh,
That's
by the way, I
fucking
want to
welcome,
introduce
sir.
you to Gene. Gene just joined it. He's our video guy now.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, we have a video.
See my man over there swinging around like I guess you got a director here.
And how this came about is my sister's an actress, and he was in a movie with my sister. You can tell please about your. You want to take the mic, maybe?
Well, this is your show. I don't want to
I
disrupt.
got it.
And you guys are hip hop. Me, it's another.
Oh, you
world,
know what, Feezy? We forgot. We're giving away a bottle of Ciroc.
Yeah? How you want to give that away? Keep telling me because the ad is still playing, so I'm just gonna wrap
How you
it up.
want to do it? Okay, so let's say you would have to Google Legends GC, play the video Overload.
The video out already? Overload?
Yeah, we just released it like before coming in here.
Okay.
It's a lyrics video, so you just gotta Google Legends GC and hashtag DMS show.
Just say it quickly because
Yeah.
I gotta be out. by
Yeah,
then.
and also it's on Facebook, so they can share it on Facebook, or they can go to YouTube. It's up to them. And then we're gonna pick a draw, let's say in a couple of days, because we're gonna give you the release of that video in like 2-3 days, exclusively to you to release. So when you release
The
the,
real
video,
video, the
yeah,
actual video.
and we're gonna do a draw. So, but right now they can go on YouTube, and the lyrics video is there, and yeah. So hashtag the DMS show.
So just say it. As soon as
Yeah.
I bring it back, I summer right
All right, perfect.
That's good, guys, man. Keep that up, man. You got a nice little team going on.
Yeah.
Man. That's good. As soon as my man's ready to shoot you guys
It
videos,
is. It's a team.
good
It's,
to
all,
go.
it's a team thing, you know.
I'll be honest,
Don't like
these
the
guys here,
building.
these I'm a bit older. I should call them kids or anything, but they're like
Bro, you 40,
very
man? You 45?
41.
41?
Yeah. These kids, they're like hardworking, very positive, easygoing. You know, Steven doesn't talk a lot. Like, Steven don't talk at all, but he when he comes to the studio, he doesn't say anything. He just goes and he sits down. And,
Yes, the DMS show. The DMS show. We're back in the building. Before I let you guys go, I think we got a contest.
yeah, we got a
right?
contest. We're giving away a bottle of Ciroc. So we need you to Google Legends GC. That's LEGENDZ space GC. There's 2 videos there. There's one called Pressure, and there's one that we exclusively released today for the DMS show called Overload. The video is also, I believe, I'm gonna post it, or I'm gonna maybe post it on the DMS Facebook, or Feezy's gonna post it on the DMS Facebook. Could that work, Feezy?
Yes, sir.
And all you gotta do is you gotta hashtag the hashtag DMS Radio Show and hashtag Ciroc on either or video. And we are going to do a draw for the people who hashtag, who shared the video, or who commented. Sorry, on YouTube you can comment, and whoever comments with
Nobody understood nothing, man. You confuse everybody, my man.
Okay, so
Tell them straight up. Well, how can they get that bottle?
okay,
Hashtag.
hashtag DMS show and the comments on.
'Cause I'm lost. I was lost. I'm
Okay,
like,
so basically you got a hashtag DMS Radio Show.
hashtag DMS Radio Show.
Hashtag Ciroc
Hashtag Ciroc.
on the YouTube comment.
On the YouTube comment. Okay, so you're gonna go through the YouTube comments.
Of course,
And pick the winner through
I'll
there.
pick the winner, and also we're gonna do the same with Facebook. So you know what? We're gonna give away 2 bottles.
Same.
Yeah, we're gonna do one for Facebook, and we're gonna
See the bottles.
Go on,
The
listen
the
to the
bottles
tracks,
here.
man. You get your bottle them.
and that's pretty much it. You know, I think we'll be back. Enough respect, enough love to you, Feezy.
Respect to you.
You know, I've been waiting for this day. Been working for years. I think I've messaged you a lot of times. Probably, yeah, this man's crazy. But you know, as you can see, like
No, I like
know,
that
very
shit. 'Cause
passionate.
like I said, man, we got artists that are actually doing their job. But we
Real,
need people
shout out
like you.
DMS, man.
We need more people like you.
Straight up.
100%.
Over here supporting artists and knowing
Of
how
course,
to play position,
of course.
So
I think that's
it's all love, man.
the main thing here. You know,
That's right.
you know. And just before I go, artists need video people, they need marketing people. Everybody needs to come together in this city, because sometimes when I reach out to people, I'm reaching out to you for business, but there's a lot of negative energy. You know, it's like, who are you? You know, where that doesn't work, because in business that doesn't matter. It's money is green, right? So you know, when people are reaching out to you, maybe they're not famous yet, but you never know. So you know.
Well, good to see you guys, you know what I mean? Once again,
Yo,
Legends in the building, DJ STZ in the building, my man Brian in the building. That was the DMS show, Montreal. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We out of here. Black Market coming soon. Let's get it.
Yeah. Wow, that was good. Yo, TZ,
We'll take a quick flick, guys.
TZ, like, and we were like rehearsing. Then you really know how to do freaking interviews, eh?
Well, I'm trying, man. We gotta do your
man.
research.
Wow.
I see. Let's take a quick flick.
Wow.